Hi everyone, just wanted to talk a bit more about the football and stuff. And just before I start, I just wanted to say I've got swishy hair still, head full of amazing sort of swishy hair, and I'm making the most of it. It feels nice to have sort of long swishy hairstyle, 70s inspired hairstyle, sort of. I don't know really, sort of 70s inspired swish, maybe the Beatles sort of swishing around and old school Harry Styles maybe, but yeah. I've sort of got inspired by long men's hairstyles, specifically sort of swished over surface style look or whatever. And yeah, so I will be getting a haircut next month in time for summer. But I'm happy I've grown it out for 10 months and yeah, feels good. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about in this video the football. I basically wanted to say it's quite interesting with the title race and everything. Because at the moment it's in both Man City's and Arsenal's hands. And I found that quite interesting because obviously I want City to win the league. As a Man United fan, it might sound strange me saying that, but I do. And the thing is, I said before, Arsenal. It's funny because if the title race was between Liverpool and Arsenal, I'd want Arsenal to win the league. If it was between Tottenham and Arsenal, I'd probably want Tottenham to win the league. So I haven't won anything. It'd be funny as hell seeing Arsenal fans melt down over their North London rivals winning it. But because Man City's there, I kind of have a soft spot for Man City. Plus, I see them as Man United's brother. Plus, I just kind of it doesn't really mean anything to me if City win because I feel like they're irrelevant. They got no fans really, so I don't support City. I mean, deep down, I suppose I'd support City a little bit, but generally, Man United is my number one team. I don't really support City, but they're like the easy to go. So I'm sort of desensitized to seeing them winning stuff. So it doesn't really mean anything to me if they win. Who cares if Man United's little brother wins a trophy or two? Couldn't care less. It doesn't. They're irrelevant anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah. But it's funny because I've said before in the previous video, I said something about I would support Arsenal if I had to support any club from London. I suppose I would do, but I still don't really like. I don't really like any of the London clubs. So don't take it as if, oh god, Elliot supports Arsenal. Certainly don't. So don't take it that way. But yeah, it's interesting because if Arsenal beat Southampton on Friday and then Man City, and then they draw with Man City, it'll be in Arsenal's hands and it wouldn't be in City's anymore. But if Arsenal draw or lose to Southampton, and basically if Arsenal still lose to Southampton, but then they beat Man City, they'll be 7 points clear. Man City will have 2 games in hand. So even if Man City win all their games, it will be Man City would be 1 point off Arsenal. So it's quite interesting. I think no matter what, Man City have to win because even though you say Man City are favourites now, I think Arsenal bottled it and everything for giving away 2-goal leads in consecutive games. At the end of the day, it's interesting because if Man City, that Man City Arsenal game is massive because if Arsenal. It's massive because if Arsenal beat Man City, no matter what, even if Arsenal lose to Southampton, if they then beat Man City, it's in their hands. However, if they lose to Southampton or draw against Southampton and they draw against Man City, it's in Man City's hands, I think. Because, yeah, if they draw to Southampton and then they draw to Man City, they'll be 5 points clear of Man City and Man City will have 2 games in hand. So the only way a draw is going to work for Arsenal against Man City is if they beat Southampton, which they probably will do anyway. It's like the perfect fixture for them anyway. But I hope Man City win the league. I really do. They could win the treble. I couldn't really care less if they win the treble. I'm just not really hugely fussed if they win it. I don't know. I should be as a I'm a Manchester United fan. I should be like, oh god, they're going to equal our treble. They're going to three-peat our Premier League record. But I just don't really care. I just don't. I've got a soft spot for Man City. I see them as United's brother. And I just got a soft spot for them. I couldn't really care less. They're sort of irrelevant. They're empty had stadium. They got no fans. I just don't really see them as a competitor, let alone caring if they win a trophy or two. I couldn't care less. They play amazing football anyway, and Haaland's banging about 50 goals, so I couldn't really care less. That they deserve it. Pep Guardiola's probably one of the best managers in the world. He beat Fergie in 2 finals, so you got to give him credit. Arguably had one of the best teams in the world then as well. But yeah, which he inherited. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, if Man City win the treble, fair play. I don't really care. But deep down, I actually probably wouldn't mind. I actually deep down probably want them to win the treble. However, if it's Man United versus Man City in the FA Cup final, I think I want Man United to win. It depends. I don't know, because by the time the FA Cup final happens, the league would have already been done. So we'll have to see what happens in the next few weeks. I'm trying to think whether to resubscribe on my Now TV because it depends. Man City, Arsenal. It depends. If the title's gone out of City's hands, I won't be renewing it. I'm not going to get Now TV. Because there's no point. I don't want to see Arsenal win the league. That's the thing. I say I would support Arsenal if as the one team I know which was probably my favourite, which I suppose is true. But I don't really like any of the clubs from London. So it's not like I support Arsenal. I really don't know any of the clubs from London really. I don't know how they don't have London in the name. I just think it's quite unfair. It's just sad. Because if there was a club from London that had London FC, London United, London City, London Rovers, London something, I'd support them probably more than Man United. I would probably say, you know what, I'm not even going to be at United. I'm going to support London. I swear I would. London's actually closer to me than Manchester. I've never even been to Manchester. People call me plastic fans and everything. I'm probably the most plastic one out there. I've never even been to Manchester. I've never been to Old Trafford or anywhere. So that's the thing. I'm probably the definition of a plastic fan, although I do generally support Man United. But it's quite interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out because I've been thinking about it just a minute ago. And yeah. So it's quite interesting. The actual Arsenal-Southampton games in a few days' time. It's like the perfect fixture. Who's going to win the league? Man City or Arsenal? That Man City-Arsenal game is going to be a title decider. It is. Because if Arsenal beat Man City, even if they lose to Southampton, if they beat Man City, they're going to be at least 7 points clear. Well, 2 games over City. But then if City win those 2 games, they'll still be 1 point behind Arsenal. That's the thing. And obviously the best thing, if Arsenal beat Southampton, which they're almost certainly going to, and then they beat Man City, they'll be bloody 10 points clear. So, yeah. It almost feels like Man City have to be Arsenal. You know, a lot of people are putting Man City as favourites, but the gap is 7 points going into that game in the Etihad. It's almost going to feel like City need to win against Arsenal. It's not going to feel like Arsenal are the underdogs. It's going to be interesting. It's really interesting, really, because Arsenal will be on top of the league for the majority of the season as well. So it's quite like, you know, because I don't want Arsenal. I don't really like Arsenal. I support, you know, I support them, like my favourite club from London. But if it was between Arsenal and Tottenham, I probably want Tottenham to win, just for balance, innit? But I still prefer Arsenal. I still support Arsenal as my team. Not Arsenal, sorry, Man United are my team. But I want City to win the league. But Arsenal are probably my favourite club from London. You know, call me a plastic fan. I don't even care anymore. Who cares? It's just football. Football's pretty true. That's why I don't... Well, I said I've done a few more videos talking about football now. But generally speaking, I sort of don't like talking about football. With this, I'm talking about the title race, so it's a bit different. But talking about the ins and outs of who's playing and everything, all the different players' names, I just can't do videos like that. I just find it too trivial talking about someone else's career like that and just kicking the ball around the pitch. You know, I can't be arsed with it really. So yeah, but yeah, who's going to win the league? I still think City are going to do it. I think City could win the treble. What I think might happen is City. I think City are going to win the Champions League. I think they're going to win the league. But I think Man United might win the FA Cup. I don't think they're going to win a treble. But I'll be happy with that. If Man United can win a treble, or Europa League, League Cup and FA Cup, Man City can win a double of Champions League, Premier League. Arsenal will win nothing, but at least they'll win the Champions League next season. Chelsea got stuffed the other day. Chelsea aren't even going to be in it next year. But yeah, I thought I'd do a quick video, another 8-minute video. Yeah. So yeah, that's the video. So yeah, it's interesting. Up the Citizens. Coming from a Manchester United fan. Oh well, innit? Subi.